Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute since I last filmed a tutorial. I'm not gonna give you too many excuses, but basically my iMovie died. That's all I'm saying, because every time I do a video I'm always like, I haven't done one because, like, enough with the excuses, Mills, enough. Anyway, today I was completely inspired to do a YouTube video because look what landed on my doorstep. The Jaclyn Morphe palette! I was waiting like 2 months for this to be released in the UK. When I was in Ibiza I was adamant it was going to be released then and I was going to miss it. But it was actually released yesterday and I was honestly there at 7:45 like, come on, come on, come on. And the second it was up I was like, boom, I am buying you. I paid next day delivery and here it is. I am obsessed, like actually obsessed. I know you've probably seen this everywhere but it's new to me, so I'm really excited. It has 35 Morphe eyeshadows within it, and it has all types of different like shimmers. It has some really good like warm, cool tones, some out there colours like these here, which I am doing a tutorial on this one, as you can see here. I absolutely love these here. I think they're stunning. These are really up my street, and I really love these two colours the most. I swatched them as soon as I got them. I was like, oh, let me have a look at this yellow. But I am absolutely obsessed. I really love this bit at the top. It says this palette is dedicated to all my loving subscribers, which I think is so cute because I remember watching Jaclyn back in the day. I'm probably talking about 4 or 5 years ago now, when she was doing YouTube videos in her kitchen next to her fridge. And then look where she is now. She's taught me so much. Like, I feel like she's one of my favourite YouTubers purely because she educates you on how to do makeup, she educates you on the product, and not only that, she is stunning with the most amazing personality and I fucking love her. So as soon as this palette came out I was like, I'm supporting my girl. I have been beginning to the very end, so I picked this up straight away. And I don't know if they're releasing any more of these in the UK. Beauty Bay haven't given much away, to be honest. But I really hope they do because I know so many people didn't get the chance to grab one. So Beauty Bay sorted out. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into the tutorial. I hope you enjoy it. Bye! Okay, so I think this is the most zoomed in you guys have ever been to my face, which is a little bit like, because you can now see everything. Okay, so I am taking the Jaclyn Morphe palette, and the first colour I'm going in with is this gorgeous mustard colour over here. I absolutely loved it. As soon as I got the palette, I swatched it on my hand straight away because normally yellows are really hard to find pigmentation for. Either they're patchy or chalky, or they just don't show up at all. But this is bomb. I am obsessed. So I'm taking that on a Zoeva Luxe crease brush, just like this, just a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to apply that directly into my crease, layering in the colour until I'm happy with the pigmentation. Now I'm not going for like a winged look, I'm doing more of a rounded eye, so I'm just following my socket and just making sure that I keep this nice rounded shape. So I know I said I haven't filmed in a long while. I know every single video I seem to make excuses for why I haven't filmed, but genuinely, Apple MacBooks, I don't know whether anyone else has the same issue, but you can delete everything off it and it will still be like, hard drive is full. You're like, what is wrong with you? I've deleted everything. So I was looking at all different tutorials everywhere on how I could clean this out, and basically I deleted iMovie and some of the software to it and I truly couldn't get it back. Like, I could not get it working. I've got a friend who knows everything about computers and stuff, but I was so determined, I'm really stubborn, so I was so determined to fix it by myself. And to be honest, I've made things worse, and 2 months later, I'm like, hey, can you fix my iMovie please? Okay, I'm just going to blend that out just slightly with just a big fluffy brush like this, and I'm just going to make sure that everything at the top is blended before going back in with the same colour. At the moment I'm just building intensity and making sure that everything is blended out. I don't know if this is picking it up on camera too well, but I love this colour. I can see me using this all the time. Because I'm going to be using that really gorgeous blue, I was needing like a cool toned brown to pretty much complement the blue. So I'm going in with this gorgeous like chocolatey brown here, and then I will be following up with a really cool toned brown up here as well. So I'm not explaining this very well, I'm trying my best, but you know. And I'm going to be taking that on a soft crease brush and picking up that brown colour. I am going to place that basically in the crease but not as high, so I'm really going to put that into the crease and not buff it up so much. And again, I'm just going to keep packing on the colour until I get the intensity I need, and then I will switch back to the other brush and just make sure everything's buffed out. And occasionally I will go back in with the brush with the yellow on it just to make sure that I'm keeping the yellow transition, because I really want that to stand out, to be honest. So what have I been up to since my last video? Oh, so my last video I was talking about Ibiza, and we went, I think it's been 2 weeks since I've got back, and oh my god, right, talking about holiday blues. I've had holiday blues before and they've been bad, but Ibiza blues are something completely different. Like, I really was so down for a good week. I even cried about a piece of chicken. Like, I didn't put it in the oven and I was like it was ridiculous. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I think I was super hormonal all at the same time, obviously, which didn't help. But I was so low. I had the time of my life. Me and my boyfriend really did everything. We really went all out and we had the best holiday. There is something there for everyone, and even if you want to go across into Ibiza Old Town, which is stunning, absolutely beautiful, it's quieter, but there's some really cute like bars, cocktails, bars, restaurants with shisha lounges and stuff like that, and oh my god, I loved it. 100% I'm going back. I'm just going to go back in with that big fat brush. I'm just going to blend it out, and like I said, I'm going to go back in with that brush with the yellow on it. I'm not going to pick up any product, I'm just going to use whatever's left on the brush, and I'm going to keep buffing it where that brown is, just because I don't want to lose the yellow transition in case I have brought it up too high. And then again, going back in with that brown, and again just making sure that I'm not taking it too high and sitting it right in the crease. So when we were there, we went to see Kygo, and oh my god, that was so sick. Like, I absolutely loved it. And then Craig David was also at our hotel, so we stayed at the Ibiza Rocks Hotel, and Craig David does his event, I suppose, on a Thursday, which was so good, and Pixie Lott was there as well, which was a bonus. We also went to Ibiza Old Town, like I said. I absolutely loved it there. I thought it was stunning. We had some nice dinners and down by the harbour and all these boats, and I was like, girls, this one boat had a boat. The big boat had a boat inside. I was like, do you want to share? Okay, so now, like I said, I'm going to go into this really cool toned brown up here, and then I'm also going to be mixing it with a little bit of the black. Not too much because black is really harsh, but I am going to be mixing it just to bring in the depth within the crease. I'm going to be taking that on a really super small crease brush. I don't know what brand this is. I think I picked this up when I was... Oh, it's Morphe. It's Morphe M506, so it's a really super small crease brush. What else did we do out there? Oh my god, we went to Ocean Beach. Oh my god, favourite place ever. Like, not only is it the fact that I could like dress up and do my makeup and all the rest of it, which is a massive bonus to me because we all know I love it. It was just so good. Like, we met this couple and they were like mega babes and we were with them all day. Then we met these American guys and these Thai girls who spoke English, and we all just joined up and we had like the sickest time. Oh my god, it was so good. Like, oh, like if I could spend a week at Ocean Beach, I'd be in my element. Okay, so I'm going to place that product again in the crease but lower than where we applied the brown. I'm not going to take it as high. I'm going to be very gentle with this product because we are working with darker colours. But I've actually not been up to anything since doing that last video, which is a little bit shit. It's like, what have I been doing for 2 months? But I haven't got much to report on, which is really sad. We go in with a little bit more, not too much more, because I kind of get into the intensity that I was wanting. And then we can go and pop that blue on because it is life. Like, when I first got the palette, the first thing that screamed at me was that blue colour, and I was like, I have to do something with that. I didn't know whether I wanted to do something more me, so which is like neutrals, browns, golds, rose golds, all these nice colours and wearable colours. But when I looked at the blue, I was like, I'm feeling a little bit confident. Let's put it out there. So That's exactly what I did. Okay, so this is where the fun starts. I'm going to pop that blue on. So I'm taking this really, really gorgeous blue shimmer. I think it's like a foil, but it's not a foil. It's a shimmer, but better than a shimmer. I can't explain it, but all of these shades that are like it, all of these ones over here, and then I've got all these wearable colours over here. Oh, I just dabbed my nail in that one. I'm sorry. So like I said, I'm going to pick up that blue, and I'm just taking that on a flat synthetic brush. This is an old Bobbi Brown one. I've lost everything on it, so I am just going to place that blue all over the lid. Like, how good is that? I've actually really missed making YouTube videos. Like, you don't realise how much you miss it. Like, it is a lot of work. Finding the time to do it is a struggle. But then when you sit down and do it and you realise like how much you love it, like it's just so weird. And I've had a craving to film for such a long time. And then obviously when my Jaclyn Hill palette landed on my doorstep this morning, I was like, I'm done. I know what I'm doing. I've been up since 3:30 this morning because I had a wedding. I had a power nap just so I could film because I was shattered. Ooh. We're done with the eyeshadow palette just for one moment, and we are just going to apply a little bit of eyeliner before we apply our lashes. So I'm going in with my Soap and Glory, and it's the Super Cat Fat eyeliner pen. I'm not going to flick it out. I really struggle with flicks. I'm not even going to lie, like I hate them, and I think I hate them because I can't do them. You know when somebody does it for you and you're just like, how did you do that? And then there's me, and I'm like, oh shit. And it's like up here, or like it's wonky, and I've got one up here and one down here, and my eyes are practically like this, and I'm like, oh, this looks great. So, no. Okay, so now we're going to apply some eyelashes, and I am living for the Eyelure. Let me get the packaging. So these are the Eyelure Most Wanted eyelashes, and they're feather-light feel, and they are reusable. They come in this type of packaging, which is like rose gold, and basically there's no name to these at all. They're not mink, because I won't wear mink eyelashes, and it says that they are expertly crafted silk effect. So basically they look like this. I'm going to zoom it in, don't judge my nails. I love them. I think they were like $9.99, which is a little bit expensive for Eyelure, but I have worn these like multiple times and they're still really good. So I'm just going to pop these on off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so I was a little bit naughty, and off camera I also applied some eyeliner and I cleaned up my face. Sorry. Okay, so next up is skin. Now, I have been using a mixture of two products. I was doing this in Ibiza and I absolutely loved the result. So at the moment I am currently an NC40. Girl got a 10. Your girl got a 10. Then I was also mixing the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. I was using this because I didn't want to use so much foundation when I was in Ibiza. Then I decided to combine the two. And then I was using much more than I usually would with just the one, so I don't really have logic there. I am NC40 in the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and then in this one I'm actually in Malaga, which is a medium to dark. It is too dark for me to wear on its own, but with a little bit of this mixed in with this, it's like the perfect combo. So I just apply a little bit of these to the back of my hand. A squirt of this one. And I just mix. Legit thought that just fell on my mum's carpet because it's white, and I'm like, I was so scared to look then. Said it went on my pyjama bottoms. I'm in pyjamas, soz. It went on my pyjama bottoms, which I am totally okay about, because if that went on the carpet, my life isn't worth living. Oh my god, I just had a heart attack. Taking my Real Techniques sponge, as always. I just can't get on with brushes. I don't know what it is. Ever since I went to a sponge, I'm like, it's not those brushes. And I just push the product into my skin. I don't know what it is about this combo, but I absolutely Love it. It's a very, very expensive combo. I'm not going to be honest, it's not cheap. I just love it. Look. Does anyone else do their eyes first, do an inner corner highlight and then realise they're just going to have to cover it up with concealer and foundation anyway? Waste of life. Next up is concealer, and I'm using the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. I think this is in their lighter shade, so it's in Ivory. I've gone back to this concealer just because I haven't used it in a while and I was in the airport and I needed one like ASAP. Okay, and then taking that a beauty blender, and I am just gonna dab that all out. And then because I feel like I've lost a fair amount of colour, I can't get over how white this is making me, because in real life I'm looking in my mirror and I am like on par, maybe just a little shade lighter because I'm a concealer, but I look like fucking Casper in there. Anyway, I'm going to go back in with my trusty Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Cool Almond, and I'm going to basically just apply this where I would normally put the bronzer. So, do one down here, here, always the jaw, and then forehead, like so. And then I'm taking a MAC 159 Duo Fibre brush to buff that into my skin as always. And again, I never go in a downwards motion, always upwards, otherwise you're going to end up looking beardy instead of just looking bronzed. Let's make this forehead a good inch shorter because it's huge. Okay, so that's the bronzing for now. You know that isn't my only layer. No, no, no. There's about 3 more. Just gonna go back under my eyes with my beauty sponge and just make sure there's no creasing before I go in and apply my Laura Mercier powder, which is the holy grail of all powders in my opinion. I think I had a space of like 2 months without it because I ordered one and it was completely the wrong one, which was shit. It was so bad. I think it was like the universal translucent and it was terrible. And then I went back to this one and I will never be without it again. I'm gonna just pop that under my eyes for a minute and just let that sit there. And again over here. I'm not a big baker. Don't pile it on. Just kind of. I've got fine lines, so I find that it all sits in it and then it gets really like crusty and like dry and I'm just looking haggard in my old age. And then I do like to put it here. I'm going to leave it sit for a second because I don't know what it is, but I'm getting smile lines. I've just got to accept that I'm getting old now. I'm not as youthful as I used to be. Next is another layer. I am going to be going in with my MAC Skin Mineralized Finish powder in medium deep. And I'm going to take that on a Real Techniques. I've no idea what this is, but I think it's just a big fat fluffy powder brush. I'm going to dab that onto the rest of my face. I will be going into layer number 2, and this is the Skin Mineralized Finish in Give Me Sun, and I'm just going to warm up the outers of my face with this product. Then I'm going in with another Real Techniques brush. I'm going to be using the Chocolate Soleil bronzer by Too Faced, which I'm obsessed with, and every time I use it I know everyone's talked about it. Never really used it before until like maybe 3 months ago. It's divine. Like every time I use it I'm like, ugh, so weird. Now I'm going to take that on that brush and just chisel out just a wee bit more because you know I love my layers. Now the day I went to Ibiza, I decided to pop into Leeds and I had a look in the beauty counters because I was picking up this little bad boy over here, and the lady, I don't know, she must have just read my mind or she just must know me, or it says it all over my face, but she was like, "You love highlighter," and I was just like, yes I do. And she got a quick sale with me, let's be honest. She immediately introduced me to the Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Oh Darling, and oh darling, it is beautiful. It is a gorgeous golden highlight, and I am obsessed with it. Like, I have been using it on everyone, and I've been using it continuously since my holiday. It's replaced my Mary Lou, which I didn't think anything would replace my Mary Lou, but this one completely has. Rest in peace, Mary Lou. Rest in peace. Wait for the magic. Like, I fucking love it. It just makes your skin look wet, and I'm for that wet life. Place a little bit on my, just above my eyebrow. I was going to place that down the centre of my snoz. So I'm going to take a little small brush like so. I think this came from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, one of them, can't remember, I think it's a Renaissance one. And I'm just going to apply that in my brow bone. And then I'm also going to apply that to the inner corners. I'm going to touch up this one because it has faded just a little bit, and then I'm going to apply it to this one using the Luxe Precise shader brush from Zoeva, and it is number 238. And again, using that same highlight, I'm just going to pack that in there because I really want to make a statement with those inner corners. Okay, so I am done with highlighting for now. Otherwise I'm going to get way too carried away. And basically now we are going to smoke out the lower lashes. Now, you know how this goes. Basically we're going to be using the same, I've got a really itchy nose, I'm not picking it. You know how this goes, we're basically going to be using the eyeshadows that we used on the top to use down on the bottom. So we're going to go back to our trusty Jaclyn Hill palette or something equivalent. And I'm going to picking up that brush with the yellow on it again, and I'm just going to be placing a little bit of the product, and I'm just going to run that completely under the eye. I'm actually going to take a Luxe pencil brush again from the Zoeva, and I'm going to go back in with this brown here. I'm going to run that closer to the lash line. Then finally I am going to tightline my eyes with the 322 brow line brush from Zoeva, and I'm going to be picking up that cool toned brown and the black and just really tightlining next to my waterline. Okay, so one of the final steps for the eyes is a little bit of mascara. You can use any mascara. I'm just using the Max Factor 2000 Calorie Curl Addict mascara. Okay, so I've just wiped off my lip balm because I'm using a matte liquid lipstick. But first I'm going to line my lips with my favourite, which is now like this big and I really need a new one. But it's the MAC liner in Spice. Next I am going in with the new, they're the Rimmel Stay Matte liquid lipsticks. And this one is in Mocha, and it's a really like a deep nude. It's going to come up quite light on me because I am quite tanned at the moment, but when I was more fair this was quite dark and I couldn't get away with it, but now I definitely can. So I'm going to put that on. And this is the end result. I really hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. It's a little bit different for me. I was really excited to play with some colour because normally I'm used to sticking to my neutrals, my golds and more wearable colours, but I am absolutely loving this blue. I think it's stunning, especially paired with like a really muted lip. I would actually wear this out like 100%. Like, I'm looking in the mirror now and I don't think it's too in your face, but it's still statement. I just think it's gorgeous, and that palette is to die for. I also really hope you enjoy this new little like setup. I was in my room, which has a blue wall, but the lighting wasn't great. I felt like some of my videos were super poor quality, but now I'm just at a white wall. I feel like you can see my makeup a lot more clearly, and the fact that it's more zoomed in, I'm hoping that makes a difference as well. So give me a thumbs up if you liked the new video location. Not really a location, but my new wall. I just need to put this down because I'm a little bit addicted to it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back in the swing of doing videos. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that would help me out loads. And there's a little bell as well, so if you press that, you will get a notification when I post. I hope you have a great week, guys. Bye!